Hey Capricorn, welcome to this space. Welcome to eclipse season. Welcome to retrograde season. This eclipse in Virgo that just passed is going to be affecting us all the way up until September, I believe, which is going to be another eclipse, if I'm not mistaken, in Libra. So this is for Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising signs. If check your moon and or rising signs for a deeper resonance for these readings. Take what resonates, leave what does not. These eclipse seasons and retrogrades, they are nothing to be afraid of. The moon and Virgo just had a really, really intense conversation in a conference during this eclipse, right? They have work to do. That's why eclipses are so intense. It means that there's time for an upheaval, there's a time for an uprooting, there's time for the old being tossed out. Okay, no questions asked. Um, Mercury's retrograde, Venus is retrograde. Retrogrades are just celestial bodies and spirits that are aiding us. They're pulling their energies back so that we can put in a little bit more effort into fixing our lives or into healing ourselves, or finishing up a healing cycle. Okay. So Capricorn, we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading. We're going to roll a die for you guys to, find out exactly what you're feeling, what you're dealing with, how you've been during this eclipse season so far. Okay. Okay. So you received the Hunter. Nice. You received the Hunter, 2 arrows. I also see that as a compass of some kind with the arrow. So you were hunting something, Capricorn, or you've been hunting something, you've been wanting something, you've been following the tracks of something, staying very fervent, very determined. It could be financial, it could be spiritual, it could be emotional, it could be love, it could be maybe you're pursuing someone romantically. You could be pursuing a friend, a family member. Maybe you're just like, really wanting to connect with somebody. But if this is romantic, it doesn't have to be necessarily a new person. You could be wanting to pursue your partner that you have now, or maybe if it is an ex, be careful. But if this is like a relationship that is really healthy, and you see the potential, and you know that this person is worth your time, and they've shown that they're worth your time, whether they're an existing partner or an ex, or if this is a new person. um you definitely are staying determined. But this can be an existing partner for some of you if this is romantic, where maybe you guys are just trying to spice things up in your relationship, or just create a spark. Maybe things have just been a little bit dull, or a little bit just troublesome. I don't know, but definitely pursuing something or someone. All right, it's Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's see. I'm going to pull 3 oracle messages for you guys and 3 tarot messages. Let's see. Okay, so you got card number 60, the desert. You have the campfire and the mountain in the upper corner of the card. And it says embracing an authentic emptiness. Interesting. So 60 could be a number you need to write down, or the number 6. Bottom of the deck, you do have the duck hunter. So you have the hunter symbol in the upper corner. Card number 55. It says attempting a seeker's strategy. So like I was saying, Capricorn, you're looking for something. You want something. You're pursuing something or someone. You're recognizing that there is a void, an empty void. I'm not sure how that void like was created. I don't know what was taken out and tossed away, leaving a hole somewhere inside of you. But there's a part of you, some of you guys, maybe you just started over, like you had to start over in a relationship, and because you were filling your heart and your mind with certain energies about the relationship that just, may not have been going anywhere, or maybe you experienced a breakup and so you have to start over with, dating, and start over with understanding yourself as a single individual. Maybe you had to move house, move to another place. You went from one part of your life being filled with something to it being empty and void for some reason. Maybe this is a job, maybe you got let go. I don't know, or you quit. But now that you are sitting and grounding yourself in this place of emptiness, or there's like this dry desert here. It's like wherever you are in your life, Capricorn, at this time during this eclipse season for the next 6 months, few months, um, just kind of sit with it. Just sit with it, because there is something inside of you that's like, you recognize where you are. You recognize that you are back at square one, or something. You're back at square one with something in your life. And it doesn't have to be anything big. I'm not saying like, you broke up with someone or you lost your job. It could just be, maybe you're just back to square one with how you think about something. Like you had all these thoughts and ideas about a project or something, and now you're just like, okay, that's not going to work. So now I need to go back to the drawing board. I need to completely scrap this equation that I'm following, right? There may be an answer to a question that you have, and maybe you're not asking the right questions. And so now, because if you sit with this emptiness, or sit with being at square one again about this situation or within this circumstance, you start to change up your strategy a little bit. There's just a strategy, or a process, or a way of going about getting what you want or what you need that's just not working anymore, Capricorn. And that's okay. It's an adventure, right? Like there's just this energy of kind of being placed in like a survival mentality, or a certain, like back in survival mode. I think I was saying that to Libra. You could check out Libra's reading if you'd like, if you have Libra in your chart. Whatever it is that you're looking for, it is not, you have to have a good eye, you have to have good aim, right? You have to be focused, Capricorn. So whatever project you are trying to get off the ground, a business you're trying to get off the ground, a relationship that you're trying to improve in or commit to, or what have you, or whatever it is that's going on in your life, this experience is going to, or even if this is just like, maybe it's your health, maybe you're just trying to improve your health, and maybe you've tried different things, different strategies, different tips and tricks or whatever to improve your health, lose weight gain muscle, whatever. And maybe you just kind of had some ups and downs with it, and you just kind of like realize that everything that you've been doing is just not working. And maybe you just really need to sit with that and come to terms with it and realize, like, what am I doing wrong? What am I focused on that's wrong? And while you sit by yourself with whatever it is that you're dealing with, Capricorn, um, you're going to be met with different strategies, some brand new, some new knowledge. But this situation is going to mean that you really, really need to focus. Because once you take your eye off of it, it's gone, or it's somewhere else. Like, you really have to make sure, like this duck hunter, like, if you don't want whatever it is that you're looking for to fly away and make it more difficult for you to capture or for you to attain, you need to tread carefully. This is not a situation where you need to pounce on it. Why do I feel like I was telling you this? Maybe I wasn't telling you this. Maybe I was telling Aries this in their last like readings a couple weeks ago. But anyway, Capricorn, tread carefully here. Pay close attention to the things you may not have paid attention to in the past. Whatever losses you've experienced, learn from them during this eclipse season for the next few months. All right, Capricorn, let's keep going. Let's see. Fearless. Card number 3. Sacred journey. So there might be something that you are afraid to attempt, like a certain strategy that you're afraid to attempt or afraid to implement into this project or this pursuit. But after sitting for a while with this emptiness or this void or this square one, just getting back to square one type of energy, you might realize that that's your only option right now that's really going to work for you. You might realize that treading carefully, just putting yourself out there, but treading carefully and making sure that you maybe change up how you communicate or how you divulge information. I don't know, but there's something here that is just like you this way of doing things is like so foreign to you, and you're like, I don't think that's going to work. How is that going to work for me? So yeah, there is some fear there. I get that. I get that. Okay, you got the timeout card too. So you Sagittarius? Was it Sagittarius? But I know for sure Scorpio got it. Scorpio got it, and Libra. So there has been a breakup or some type of timeout that has happened, some type of ending It's temporary though. This is temporary. Now, I'm not, now if you broke up with somebody, I wouldn't say that that's temporary, but I do see that there is going to be a new relationship, a new job, um, something new that is going to come in to replace what you've lost or what you've had to separate yourself from, Capricorn. Because whatever you got yourself into up until now, you may have pursued this person, place, or thing without realizing how you truly feel about yourself or why you're pursuing it. Like maybe you're just kind of sitting with this these thoughts and these feelings of like, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I going where I'm going? So again, Capricorn, if you are, maybe this might resonate more with you guys if you're a Capricorn moon sign or a rising. Okay, but if this is resonating with you as a Capricorn sun sign, then great. Hmm. This is all about your eyes and how you see the world around you, how you see yourself. Were you expecting this job or this relationship to somehow boost your self-worth? And if so, that could be a telltale sign that you know, may have been people pleasing or expecting outer experiences to add value to you, but you add value to you, not other people, not places or jobs. If anything, you are, if it's a job or a relationship, you are adding value to the relationship, and so should the other people involved. Some of you guys, you know, maybe this is not, maybe, you know, you still have your dream job or, you know, you have your own business, but you've had to completely scrap or and completely destroy and burn away the way you think about yourself in relation to your business or your job or your career or your relationship to other people. So again, this doesn't have to be where you're breaking up and you know you're completely scraping, you know, just scrapping everything. This can just be where you have everything lined up. It's just that you are completely burning away whatever perspectives, old habits, and old ways of thinking. Okay. When it comes to, when in relation to these things that you've worked so hard for. And sometimes that can create a void or empty space inside of you where you're just like, I've done all this work and, you know, now I'm feeling like, you know, maybe you're just feeling like, you know, it was all for naught or it's just like empty promises, what have you. But I don't, so for some of you, this is not, what you have is good. What you work towards is really good. It's just that you just need to change your mentality. But as you change your mentality and your perspective, Capricorn, if you start to realize that you need to break up with somebody or you need to take a time out or you need to quit a job, so be it. If that's what it comes down to, I'm not saying that that has to be like the only option, you know, the main option at your fingertips, you know. All right, let's pull one more oracle message for you guys. Let's see, for Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising sign for this eclipse season. All right, I'm also getting, Capricorn, that if you are in an empty space in your life or you are in a time in your life where you feel like you're missing something, please do not go chasing and pursuing things just to fill that void. Make sure that what you are pursuing is actually going to be part of this firm fortress, this firm foundation, this strong fortress that is going to build you and protect you and keep you in happiness and in your high place mentally and emotionally and spiritually. Do not go after relationships that look good, smell good, feel good, whatever, just because of your emptiness. You're going to have to sit with this emptiness, Capricorn. So whatever it is that, if there are those of you, you're in a situation or a relationship where you're just like, I just want something that's just going to feel something inside of me so I don't have to feel this emptiness. No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. That is not going to work for you. Well, it's not going to work out. It may feel like it's working out. It may look like it's working out, but it's not. Okay? I'm just saying. So some of you guys, this is all about work. This could be about relationships too. It could be. Could be some parties and events, a wedding, right? Fantastic good fortune and lucky chances at the bottom of the deck, abracadabra with wings. So achievement, successful career here. Card number 8, card number 30. So yeah, this does have something to do with money, your career at this time during this eclipse season, Capricorn. But this can also, again, be relationships where there is a successful and beautiful relationship. You end up getting lucky in a relationship with somebody, romantically or platonically. You just get lucky. Some of you guys, you met your partner at work if you're with somebody already, or you met them at school or in the same field as you. Some of you guys have won an award of some kind. You've gained praise or accolades, or someone has wanted to write a contract with you and partner with you. If that hasn't happened already, it's going to happen during this eclipse season. However, as these things happen, make sure that any emptiness that you might feel, depression, some type of crisis that you might be feeling or going through, make sure that you're sitting with it, Capricorn. Don't just go through life and, you're feeling empty, but you're just going with it. Don't just go with it. Sit with it, commune with it, understand it, learn from it, and then build from it. Build something beautiful. So again, if this is a relationship you need a timeout from, take the time out. If it's just dating in general that you need to take a time out for, take the time out and be single for a while. If it is a friendship, family relationships that you need to take a time out from, take your time out. If it is a job where you need to go on vacation, take some time off for a while, take the time out. If you're able to. Okay, whatever it is that you need to take a time out from for a while, just do it. Because that means that there is something, and that might scare you, but you need to be fearless. But you need to take some time away from someone or something to learn more about yourself, but also to understand like why you're in this to begin with, why you chose this person, why you chose this relationship, why you chose this environment, why you chose that job, that project, that partnership, whatever. Okay. We live in a time where instant gratification runs deep in our veins as a society. Sit with the emptiness. Sit with whatever it is that is making you feel uncomfortable right now, Capricorn. Just sit with it. It's okay. Share it with people. If you want to talk to somebody about it. Talk to someone until, help. Talk to people who are able to help you get you through that emptiness, right? It's only temporary. It is only temporary. Sometimes you need to be alone to hear your own soul speak to you. We also live in a time where talking to our spirits, letting our spirits talk is just, that's been completely forgotten in time. All right, let's pull a couple tarot cards for you guys, Capricorn, for this eclipse season. Let's see here. Five of Swords. Someone is pitting themselves against another. Arguments. Shame. Someone is trying to shame someone or shame you. Justice. There's Libra. This could be a divorce. It could be something with the court system. This can be a separation. This can be taking a business partner to court. I don't know, but there's something about court. There's something about balance. There's something where there's arguments, disagreements, and there needs to be a non-bias. There needs to be a mediator here, or a non-bias perspective. And I have a feeling that some of you guys, this is definitely the court system or the justice system. King of Wands. So there are those of you, Capricorn, you might be dealing with a King of Wands character or individual, should I say. Could be a fire sign, Sagittarius in particular, but it can also be a Leo or an Aries if this is zodiac based. But I'm also seeing that there is someone in your midst who might be very egotistical, very full of themselves. But this can be you as well, Capricorn, where this King of Wands is you. You end up standing up for what is right for you, or standing up for what is right in a certain environment. Like you're not backing down, you're standing your ground here. And you're focused as time goes on during this eclipse season. You are no longer taking less than what you deserve here. So again, if you're taking someone to court, Capricorn, or someone's trying to take you to court, I get the sense that you are going to come out okay. You're going to be fine, more than fine. With the Four of Cups here, it's like you've been given things that are not exactly what you asked for, not exactly what you desire in a relationship or in a certain circumstance. And maybe and you're just not satisfied, Capricorn, with someone or something in a relationship or at work. Like there's someone who is not satisfying you. You're just not satisfied with something, and it's causing some type of disagreement within your mind. You're beating yourself up about it. Maybe if this is not arguments with other people, this is just you beating yourself up. But I'm getting that if this is like arguments with other people, there's definitely for some of you a court date or some type of court system energy that is at work here. And it will bring justice to the situation. Stand tall, Capricorn. Stand tall in who you are and what you know. Stand tall in your truth, in the truth. Stand firm on the truth. Okay. Yeah, so there is some justice here. You do have a Queen of Wands here, clarifying the King of Wands. So there is a Leo here, a Sagittarius here. There is balance for sure. Balancing, working towards what you want and working towards what you need. Bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Cups. So yes, stand firm in what you want. Work honestly towards that, Capricorn. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. These are like two people of very like fiery, passionate energy. So this can be you and someone else, Capricorn, in your life. Okay, there's someone else in your life who can match your energy. I think that might be what's going on here, where maybe you're in a relationship where someone they're not really matching your energy. um and maybe that's just what you're looking for your match, you're looking for someone who can handle your energy. Okay, and it might actually be a fire sign that you're with. um it could be that the person that you're taking to court, they might be a water sign, they could be a Cancer, or they could be someone that maybe holds love in their heart for you, but just they just fall short or something, or maybe they make you feel like you fell short and so you guys just had to separate. But with this Five of Swords, you're definitely looking beyond that and realizing, I'm tired of fighting, I just want peace and I just want to move forward with my life. Definitely, definitely. Wow. Fill your cup, Sagittarius, or Sagittarius. Maybe there's a Sagittarius in your life, like I said, but fill your cup, Capricorn. Fill your cup. Heal yourself in your heart and in your emotions. Commune with how you feel, commune with your emotions, share how you feel, okay? Because whatever it is that you're going through, Capricorn, during this eclipse season for the next few months, I have a feeling that you probably already can see this happening if it hasn't happened already. This court date, this divorce, this breakup, this letting go, this moving away, moving towards something new. But you have to first get through the discomfort, the uncomfortable part, right? You have to get, yeah, okay. You have the waffle, number 52. We're going to pull your buttons. You have the waffle, and that represents options. So you have options, Capricorn. Like, you don't have to stay stuck in this situation. Like, you don't have to keep sticking around with people who are giving you less than what you deserve, right? At work or at home in a relationship. And then you have number 7, bananas. So yeah, whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever you're feeling, Capricorn, you're just like, this is crazy. This is bonkers. This is like something straight out of a movie or something like that. Like, you're just like, why is this happening to me? Or why, like, I don't know, but it's definitely something that is there. It's a lot for you right now, whether you speak about it or not. Whether you speak about it or not. Yeah, some of you guys may find yourself just sitting on the couch watching a movie, or just sitting on the couch by yourself, having a date night by yourself. All right, one more button. Okay, well, that's the button that popped out of the bag. And it's like a little couch potato. It looks like a couch potato to me, but it can also be just a creature sitting on a couch. But it's number 47. So again, you might just have to just sit by yourself. Some of you guys might be put in the hot seat, or you're putting somebody else in the hot seat, right? But you have help here. You just have to get through the discomfort. You got to get through the uncomfortable part first, Capricorn. Get through it. You're going to be okay. Trust me. Okay. It's really difficult to face that someone that you've been with, or someone you've been working with for, or a company you've been working with for so long, is just not giving you what you deserve. It's not giving you the fulfillment that you were looking for. It's uncomfortable, I get that. But once you get past it and you start that journey towards what you want, this person is going to show up. Okay? It's going to show up and help you, or they're going to show up and want to connect with you. Okay? Justice is going to be served, and you are going to be on a journey where there's plenty of options, a lot of ships sailing. You have a train to catch, you have a ship to catch, right? You have a destination to pursue still, Capricorn. It doesn't end here. Just because something is ending right now or something needs to end does not mean that your entire life is done for. It just means that this is just a really big hurdle you got to get through, and you just got to sit with it for a while, but at some point it's going to get better. Trust me when I say, trust me, because what's going to happen is this is what's going to be given to you. Believe it. Okay, believe in it. Much love and light to all of you, Capricorn. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.